Member of Parliament for East Worthing and Shoreham, and I'm here today with a couple of our representatives from the UK Youth Parliament who are...
Hi, my name's Stephen Gearing and I'm the Member of the UK Youth Parliament for East Arran, Adur and Worthing.
Hi, I'm Sebastian Maxed. I'm the Deputy Member of Youth Parliament for East Arran, Adur and Worthing too.
Now, I've had regular meetings with Stephen, and I've always been a very big fan of the United Kingdom Youth Parliament, and when I was Minister for Children and Young People, I helped fund it and make it sustainable, and they're having another fantastic year. And there are two things which we're talking about today. The first is the national campaign that the UKYP voted on, which is all about Don't Hate, Educate, as they're calling it locally, and Seb's going to talk about that in a minute. And secondly, Stephen, when we discussed before, has done a survey for local young people about some of the sort of activities they get up to locally and some of the sort of things they'd like to see going on. So Seb's going to tell us about the National Campaign Festival. Seb.
So, in a response to rising hate crime figures across the country and religious and racial discrimination, in the House of Commons debate in October, the UK Youth Parliament elected the campaign Don't Hate, Educate, which aims to combat racial and religious discrimination across the country. Now in West Sussex, to do this, we will be rolling out a diversity day across schools to celebrate diversity and educate people around different backgrounds, ethnicities and racial and religious discrimination. We will also be looking at producing literature to send out to people and ensure they too are educated around racial and religious discrimination to ensure that we can get these rising hate crime figures down as far possible as we can.
And it's on the 20th of May.
And it's on the 20th of May.
Which is quite important, right?
Diversity Day.
And I'm going to be getting involved in that, and I'll help publicise that and hopefully go along to some events on the 20th of May as well, because the campaigns that UKYP run nationally are voted on by almost 1 million people voted for the themes this year. So it's a campaign that comes from young people and particularly important to young people, so I'm really keen to help promote it. So the other thing we've been talking about is what young people locally get up to and what they like to get up to activities wise. So Stephen went away and produced this survey and used up an awful lot of ink with these very fancy rainbow colour pie charts, which I'm going to study with my reading glasses on in small print. But just give us a brief synopsis, Stephen, of what you came up with.
So a few weeks ago Tim asked me to complete this survey form to see what young people in his constituency were getting up to, and I was quite shocked by some of the responses about how some young people really don't get out and do many leisure activities and sport activities, and a lot just stay at home and game and sleep, as they put it in the survey. It was also really good to see that lots of young people thought that the survey, the leisure activities in this local area are very good value. But with the results from this survey and what young people have told us, we're going to try and improve the services in Tim's constituency and take away all the information they've given us and try to improve the services. And yeah.
Great. We're very fortunate around here because we have some very active Youth Parliament members and their deputies. There are 4 members and 4 deputies representing various parts of West Sussex. We of course have a very active youth cabinet in Worthing, and we now have our 11th youth mayor this year with Harry, and Worthing was one of the first towns in the whole country to have a youth mayor, and they don't just sit there and say nothing, they engage very fully with the adult mayor, with councillors, leader of the council, and others. And
who's very young himself.
Who is very young himself, not quite as young as he'd like to think, and he's also behind the camera. And they are the voice of young people for Worthing and the area. So it's really important that we make sure young people are on board and that their voices are heard. So that's why I always like meeting with the UKYP members and making sure that young people have a voice, because as I always say, children and young people are 20% of the population in this country, but 100% of the future, and we ignore them at our peril. So I'm really grateful for you two coming on today, and let's have a great day on the 20th of May and in the preparation for it. There's a lot of hard work to do before that, so right, go and get on with it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.